Oh boy. No, I did not miss this story.
When I got the tip this afternoon about these accusations, I really thought that I had heard it all. I didn't believe it till I was in court watching and listening to the accusations leveled against this Taylor woman. You guys said it. She's accused of having sexual relations with the family dog named Max. It's apparently all on camera. Now she's charged with sodomy and animal abuse. Ever seen anything like this?
I have not.
You probably have not either.
Stop talking about it like it's rare. It happens every day. It takes place every day in this country. And let me tell you, it might take place more frequently with dogs than it does with other humans. You better believe it, on a daily basis. Check the internet. Look at their websites. Compare the views on their websites. I know you can manufacture views, but I highly doubt that it is as rare. It is not as rare as they are making it out to be. It's not rare at all. It's quite common.
It all started like this.
A gentleman comes in the front desk like they do all day, every day.
Like the beginning of a bad joke that turned terrible.
She did own up to performing these acts on Max.
The Taylor man says
she had to. She was on camera. She had no choice but to own up to it and admit it.
This week, he caught his ex-girlfriend, Brittany McClure, on home surveillance cameras.
Oh, there she is. That's her. Let's go full screen. Oh boy, that's your next door neighbor. That's your co-worker. That's your typical Facebook dog group dog lover, right? And this is a pit nutter. Okay.
At their Taylor home, they still share.
In that video, it shows defendant Brittany McClure lying on the living room floor on what appears to be a mattress covered with a blanket. She then removes the blanket and calls the dog over to her.
That's Taylor PD's detective Philip Collop.
Calls the dog over to her. And then she says, good boy.
Had to analyze the 6-minute video.
She is heard saying good boy.
He secured charges against McClure for
a bully breed. Oh boy. I told y'all, this is why bully breeds are the favorites of so many women. Now, we don't know which women are involved in this lifestyle, but you better believe a good portion of them are. That's irrefutable. We all know that there is that population out here. It's not play dumb. So we see these people all the time.
Sodomy and animal abuse. Max is even named as the victim in his...
You think those extra muscles turn some women on? Maybe. This is sad, fellas. We have to compete with dogs. Dogs. Literal dogs. You know how they call men dogs? I don't know about that.
His report.
Plain as day, it's his ex-girlfriend performing fellatio on the dog named Max, and her attempts to get Max to reciprocate.
Lieutenant...
she was performing fellatio on the dog, and she attempted to get the dog to reciprocate. That is to do the same for her. This is not uncommon, people.
Frank Canning, at this job 24 years, he's dumbfounded. Says McClure confessed and even told investigators why.
You see, notice how the interaction started. It started with her getting underneath the covers with it. That's why I say you should look at these people who are balled up under a cover with a dog, allowing dogs on furniture. There are so many red flags. Those people are highly suspect. You don't entertain that type of closeness with another living, breathing creature unless it's your own kind. Them doing it with dogs, people, that is an abomination.
Kind of a interest in a fetish, stuff that was seen on the internet.
Good news, Max was...
No, That is an abomination. And notice she's doing it with a mutant. Something that nature is trying to get rid of.
Not heard.
Yes, Max is
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's back that up.
Investigators why.
kind of a interest in a fetish, stuff that was seen on the internet.
Good news, Max was not hurt.
Yes, Max is fine. He is in the custody of his dad, Brittany's ex-boyfriend.
No contact with any animals.
The judge setting a $100,000 personal bond. McClure apparently says this is the first time she's ever done this.
I would like to think that Max is going to be in good hands and there's no threat.
Stop. Do you think that was the first time? Oh, no. Nobody thinks that. Nobody believes that. You can say that all you want. She better change her name. She better lose a whole bunch of weight and change her name, cut her hair. She's going to need to change her whole identity. Now back to these bully breeds that so many women are in love with. And understand, a good number of the men are getting it on with these things as well. That's why I say you should look at all of them as suspect, especially when you see them being intimate with these things, which is an abomination. And I believe it came from the zoophile community, because it's typically not something that is accepted, especially when seen the first time. People would look at you like you were out of your mind. What are you doing?
After this happening again.
We realize that is a lot to digest there. Now, McClure has no criminal record whatsoever. That's part of the reason the judge issued that personal bond, which means she will be out of custody. And now, side note on those cameras, they were installed not because there was any kind of suspicion that something was going on. They were kind of everyday home surveillance cameras. Reporting.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Well, let's check this out.
I was just going to ask that, Jessica. I mean, you have to wonder what made the ex-boyfriend actually go look at this video. What did he suspect and what did he know at that point? Because, like you said, this is all very disturbing.
He probably started to find dog hairs in places where they shouldn't have been. Who knows? There could have been all kinds of signs we're not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm curious to know if that will maybe come up in her defense. Did he have a right to have those security cameras there? They do share the home together.
Oh, boy. They're trying to put heat on the guy for having the cameras there. Does this sound like a couple dog lovers trying to protect another dog lover? This is a state of emergency, people, that we have this going on among us. And these people passing these zoonotic diseases through the human family. It is criminal. Do y'all know how many signs there are of zoophilia? You see these people kissing dogs? That's a red flag. I believe that came from the zoophile community. Dogs are family. Zoophile community. Fur babies. Gorgeous. Calling dogs handsome. Letting dogs on the sofa. On your beds. Red flag. You should look at anyone who engages in that type of lifestyle as guilty until proven otherwise. The only way to prove otherwise is to not be a dog owner. On social media, when they use these heart eye emojis and hearts, that's sign of zoophilia in my book. Just rubbing on these things. Rubbing on them. Because they're unpleasant to touch. They're not like cats. They're not like gerbils or rabbits. These are animals that are pleasant to touch. Their skin does not slide, it's not wrinkly. Dogs feel disgusting, outright disgusting. And many of them have hair constantly falling and flying off of them. They're not pleasant to touch. So the people who get off rubbing on these things, in my book, are people who really get off on rubbing these things and tolerating their smell. Okay? See, they want you to become adapted to their smell. The best way is to be as intimate as possible. Let them in your house and let them do a whole bunch of different things. If they can attach dogs to your emotions, they know they have a lifelong customer. Tolerating their smell is very difficult. They want you to get used to it. They want you to become more like a dog yourself. Keep telling y'all this. They've said it quite a few times. Google it. Be more like a dog. Because they say that's the best way to be a dog owner. Because you can't identify living and being intimate like that with no other human being. Even though you're designed to be intimate, you're sharing basically your human powers with a creature that can't reciprocate and can't even absorb, doesn't even understand it. A complete waste of energy. Hey, knock yourself out if you want to be insane, but you're not entitled to endanger everyone else. Now, do y'all believe that people who do things like this can be rehabilitated? If she never got caught, and even after she's been caught, do you think this will be the last time she tries to get it on with a dog? You let us know in the comment section.